You know, sometimes a single day can tell you everything you need to know about where an entire industry is headed. And yesterday, April 13th, was one of those days for the world of finance and tech. We saw three huge stories break, each one representing a totally different vision for the future of our money.
And yeah, that quote really says it all. The market came roaring back to life. So let's break down exactly what went down, why it's such a big deal, and what it all means for the battle over your wallet. So here's the game plan. You've got the old guard, Goldman Sachs, flexing its muscles like never before. Then you have the global challenger, Wise, making a huge decision about where its new home is going to be. And finally, the ultimate disruptor, OpenAI, quietly stepping into the ring. Three stories, one crazy day. Let's start with the Titan. First up, Goldman Sachs. They kicked off bank earnings week, and the numbers they reported were, well, they were just breathtaking. But as you're about to see, on Wall Street, even a performance like this comes with a pretty wild twist.
Okay, just get a load of this number, $17.23 billion in revenue for one quarter. To put that in perspective, this was the second best quarter in the company's entire 157-year history, just a staggering amount of money. And the good news for them just kept on coming. Their investment banking fees, that shot up by an insane 48%. And that tells you one thing loud and clear. The big M&A deals, the mergers and acquisitions, they are back in a huge way. And if you want to talk about sheer scale, look at this. Goldman now has a record $3.65 trillion in assets under its supervision. It's an almost unimaginable amount of money. So record revenues, booming business, record assets, the stock must have gone to the moon, right? Nope. Wrong. The stock actually fell by about 3% on the day they announced all this incredible news. How is that even possible? It's a classic Wall Street paradox. This quote just absolutely nails it. See, the market had already priced in perfection. Everybody expected Goldman to be amazing. So when they were only historically ridiculously great, it was somehow seen as not quite good enough. So the takeaway on Goldman is pretty clear. They represent this incredible, immense power of legacy finance, but also the impossibly high expectations that come with it. They set the bar, but in their world, you can never, ever seem to quite clear it. All right, so while Goldman was defending its throne, a global challenger was making a serious power move of its own. Wise, the fintech giant that so many people use for international money transfers, basically announced it was packing its bags. So what's happening is that Wise is shifting its main primary stock listing from London all the way over to the Nasdaq in New York. Now, they'll keep a smaller secondary listing back in London, but don't get it twisted. Their focus, their future, is now planted firmly in the US market. And why does this matter so much? Because Wise is an absolute beast. I mean, for those who don't know, fintech is just financial technology, right? And Wise growth is just, it's off the charts. Their income is up 24%, active customers up 22%, and transaction volume is up 26%, all year over year. They are a real powerhouse. The source put it perfectly. It's a breakup dressed in corporate language. For years, London has been seen as this great fintech hub, but Wise clearly feels like it's been undervalued there for a while. This is them basically saying, it's not me, it's you. Wise's move sends this powerful signal across the entire industry. If you're an ambitious fintech company and you want to play in the big leagues, well, the center of gravity has shifted. It has moved decisively to the United States. And now for our third and final story of the day. And honestly, this one might just be the most significant of them all. It didn't happen with a big press release or a flashy announcement. It was quiet. It was a simple post on LinkedIn. But make no mistake, OpenAI just entered the financial arena. This is the really fascinating question at the heart of OpenAI's whole strategy. See, they didn't announce a new app. They didn't announce some new service. They did something much more subtle and maybe much more powerful. They executed what's known as an acqui-hire. It's when you buy a company not for its tech or its customers, but for its people. You're not buying the product, you're buying the brains, the talent, the vision. And the team they bought is an all-star team. Harrow Finance was building an AI app to be like a personal CFO right in your pocket. It was backed by the smartest investors in fintech, and its founder had already built and sold a successful AI finance company for over $200 million. And now, that whole team works for OpenAI.
And this move should make some very big names very, very nervous. Every single company trying to be your financial super app, that one place where you manage all your money, has just been put on notice. OpenAI is coming.
So the key takeaway here is simple. OpenAI's move was a declaration of intent. They didn't bother building a finance team from scratch. They just went out and bought one of the best. The race to build the true AI-powered future of your money now has a terrifying new competitor, and the game has completely changed.
So on the very same day, you've got a legacy giant, a global challenger, and an AI disruptor all making these massive moves. So what does it all mean when you put it all together?
Well, you have the old guard, Goldman Sachs, showing it's more powerful and profitable than ever. You have the challenger, Wise, voting with its feet and saying America is the place to be. And then you have the great disruptor, OpenAI, signaling that the next frontier of finance is going to be built on artificial intelligence.
And that leaves us with one critical question. You've got these three totally different forces, all competing for the exact same thing, to be the one-stop shop for your entire financial life. The established banker, the global money mover, and the disembodied AI. The battle is just getting started, and after one manic Monday, the lines have been very clearly drawn.